So what's happening there? We have, who's that? Two female white-necked Jacobins going at each other.
That's my cousin.
Good morning. My ducklings, good morning. What's going on today? Woo, there's a lot of light. Tell Luina.
Well, there's a lot going on today.
The first thing is, this little duckling there has a field trip. Where are you going today? With the school? The Emperor Valley Zoo. Sadie has a field trip to the zoo, and Sydney has normal school. Suri is still recovering from the flu, and I am going to be doing something fantastic today. I'll be baking bread in a clay pot. Let's go down and see what's going on. What I need to get today? Yeast. Yeast. Oh. There's another flag lower down. See that? There's a lot of traffic westbound. Traffic both ways, you know. You excited?
I'm so excited.
Lavolia. Bah. Bah. You staying here today? Did you tell the security guard morning as you always do?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He said good morning to me.
He said good morning to you? Okay. Morning security.
Yeah, morning.
You good? Yeah. Alright, bye. Come honey.
Okay.
I picked this up in the drugstore. It's free of charge, and I can't wait to go home and take a read. Meet Josephine Lett, The Legacy of Tuco. Hey. Alright, so just go through it and see what it has to offer. A lot of advertisements and stuff. Okay. Can't wait. I'll read it while I have my coffee. I'm going to take you all to a nice little quaint, cozy vegetable stall on Cora Junction. I call the man uncle. He's a real cool uncle, and his wife is just as sweet. And they have fresh produce almost every single day. Alright, so in a previous video I showed you all the doubles man friend there, and right next to the doubles man friend is our vegetable stall. These people did something fascinating and magnificent. They took their garage, this is their own personal garage where they used to park up their vehicles, and they turned it into a vegetable store. And within a couple of years, it has become so successful. Look at what is greeting you. Look at what is at the entrance. Fresh seasoning. Right, so I'll take up a couple bunches of the shadow benny and a bunch of this. Speaking of mangoes, this is Julie mango. Julie mango for chow. Yeah, 5 for 20. This is a very good price. Come. Limes, everything Caribbean, everything tropical and exotic that you're looking for. They have it right here in this small space. You would not believe that they are able to take such a small space and do so much. I can't wait to walk around and show all you this. I can't wait to walk around and show all you this. What it is you want?
I want to say watermelon and
okay.
apple.
Watermelon and apples. Go get your watermelon. This one? You want this one? Okay, go put it by the... Go put it up there. Uncle, all you had ginger? Ginger done?
Not done. It's your price. $40
Oh, I gotta use ginger powder.
They use ginger powder for this week.
For this week alone? Alright. Yeah, people wouldn't buy it. Let me show you something real cool. This, I like to come here for this reason. Everything on the table here is $5 a bag. They have a $5 table, which is really good because what happens is that they take produce. They take produce, which is, you know, not totally bad, but starting to turn bad, and they put them in these $5. They put them in these $5 bags. But when you buy these things, you have to use them up one time, one time. So you have some turmeric here, red onions, beetroot, some baygon, cucumber, sweet pepper. Hey, look, they have some banatos, $5 banatos bag, boy. They cut out the bad spots. Because really and truly, when you take a banato or when you take a tomato and there's a bad spot, all you really have to do is cut it out. Okay, so I'll take this bag for my curry, my masala meatball mix, and I had to get some more okra. Let me take a walk around. Uncle, I take my time and walking around and showing them, you know.
No, we are in this young lady, so she's buying.
She's doing all the purchasing really.
Right, and she's organizing.
To
buy. Right? And she knows her prices.
She does.
She knows her prices, everything.
You're looking for a worker?
And she's only, how much years? 5 years.
She's 5 years old.
And she could buy. Now she could buy everything.
We buy this.
Watermelon. This.
Do I not buy this?
Yeah, that's ours.
What?
Yeah. Let's take a look around. Come with mommy. Nice plantains for frying and for boiling. The thing that strikes me the most is like when I stand at any one point in this vegetable stall, all I see is a rainbow. I just seen colors, boy, uncle. Colors.
We can see white and black and green and
Coconuts for your coconut chutney and your sugar cake and your callaloo. Uncle, how much for the okra? 10 okra for $5. Go get a bag. Go get a bag over there and let's get some okras. Yeah. Now you, uncle said you doing the buying, right? So count 10 okra here for me. I want 10 okras. 6. You get your 10? Fresh lettuce. This always fascinated me as a little girl to see the curly edges of the lettuce. Pak choy, chorai bhaji, dashing bush bhaji, taro leaves. We have pawpaws. I feel like I have pawpaw, you know, papaya, $6 a pound. Still fig. This is chiquito. This one is chiquito.
Yeah.
This one is chiquito.
The other one is silk.
And the next one is silk. Is silk or sil?
That's ILT.
Silk. Silk fig.
And this here is moko.
Moko. Moko. So it's not plantain but moko. But still in the banana family.
It's a banana like a plantain.
Yes.
Moko.
And look, my favorite here, you know, uncle.
Green fig.
You have it on the table, you have it in a corner in bunches and in hands. This is what we call a hand, okay? Let me show you something. Let me teach all you something. For those of you who don't know, bananas come in bunches like this, okay? And on the bunches, you'd see there will be sections of bananas that we refer to as hands. So when you come to Trinidad, you will find bananas mostly like this. So you're bouncing by uncle and you say, hey uncle, let me get a hand of green fig dinner, boy. A Hannah fig. Yellow. Nice bananas. Surya, want bananas, baby?
Yeah. coconut.
What kind? Right.
Dry coconut.
What is the one to drink? You want to make a
Coconut to drink.
Right thing. Right?
Might as
So
well
you have green coconuts and dry coconuts
To drink.
to drink and to make anything you want.
Yeah.
Oh, how you selling your starch? 5 for 20. I'm taking some starch. Oh, yellow ones.
Ah, that's sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 more. Yeah. 1 more. Ah? The pumpkin? Pumpkin is one of my favorites, you know. Whoosh. Now, uncle, you paint this. You painted this, uncle. I feel you have a kind of yellow paint somewhere there, you know.
These are variety.
What's the name?
Different variety.
Different variety.
Yeah. It's a nice eating pumpkin.
It's a nice eating pumpkin. You know, I feel I go take a piece of that, you know. Yeah.
This is good. Really good cooking.
For everything, eh?
Really
For
good.
tal curry,
Right.
for pilau,
Yeah.
kalaloo, bhaji rice.
Yeah.
You make me feel to change up a menu one time. Give me this first piece, please. Cabbage. Yeah, boy.
$10.
$10. We taking that. Sweet
Anna.
potatoes. And this is
Pumpkin for
dasheen.
you today.
This is dasheen.
You like pumpkin?
You know, let me show you something nice. Hold on. Hold on. I'm carrying all the with me, right? This is dasheen bush. And this is dasheen bush root. Right? So what happens is that this grows underground and they send out the plants through the surface of the ground, and when it breaks the surface of the ground you get dasheen bush. And uncle?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have it there.
Look at this tiny one.
Cut.
Yes.
Right? So the dasheen comes after.
The dasheen comes after.
That's
So
the dasheen there.
right, so when you finish cut this off,
Right.
then you dig up the roots.
Take up the dasheen.
Correct.
The dasheen there. The product of the dasheen.
Hey!
How you going? Where mommy?
Mommy here, mommy here.
I see you. Where is you, mommy?
Look at right here.
Alright, I
Oh gosh.
Alright, I see you.
You still have? Or you sell out?
I have cheese pie, I have one double. I have one double, I have cheese pie, potato pie, I have one chicken pie, and pepperoni.
Alright, I will take the doubles for her. Save it for Shida.
Yeah.
No.
You want the doubles?
Yeah.
Well, I go take the doubles. Medium. I'll come in just now. Karaili, bits of gourd. Bits of gourd. Where's that there, uncle?
Vegetarian soup.
Vegetarian soup? You're selling this too?
One time. No sir. But we started it just now where everything vegetarian there.
Oh, you're going to start it just
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay. Well, you know I come in for mine, right?
Oh yeah, they have fries, purori.
Pulori? Well, you had me at Pulori, uncle. You're coming especially for
Yeah,
that.
and you get nice purori.
Yeah.
It's coming good there.
This is my Shabbat market haul,
Right, 10.
right? That's dasheen bush,
We have
pumpkin,
this here for 10, right?
Right.
Wait one like 20.
20. Some watermelon,
I put in the apple.
apples, mangoes, bananas, okras, and seasoning. Yeah.
You know which front page is this morning?
117. 117.
117. Lovely.
Holiday 20.
And if you take a look right next door, let me show you how nice and tight this community is. That's J&J Essentials right there. So if you want a good idea of what's happening, J&J Essentials, we have uncle and mom here with their vegetable stall. Right next door is Cora Meats, where I came before, and then we have the doubles man right there. So you see, real action right in this little spot, boy, uncle.
Yeah, that's the doubles man ready.
Ready. Okay, uncle, thanks, eh? Bye bye. I've never baked bread in anything other than a bread pan, a loaf pan, or perhaps one of those rectangular Pyrex dishes. See, now the clay pot is so versatile. I'm going to try my hand today, and it's just going to be a normal, simple bread recipe that we're going to put in there. I've never done it before. I've never ever baked a bread in a clay pot before, so you all will be with me while I do it for the first time. You know, you'll be right there by my side learning with me, and if there are any mistakes, you will be making any mistakes with me. I'll let you know that up front, right? We will learn together, we will see the results together, and at the end of the day, even if it crumbles, even if it falls apart, even if I have to slice it to get it out of the clay pot, because more than likely I'll have to slice it to get it out of the clay pot because of the shape of the clay pot. So even, you know, even if we have to dissect it to take it out a bit, that's okay. We're still gonna have to tear it apart to sop up and soak up all that curry masala sauce from the spicy chicken meatballs. Whoo! That's a long sentence for one breath of air, boy. Where is that? But can you say that 5 times fast? Can you? I'm looking a little roasted, eh? I was in the sun yesterday. So let's knead some flour. Flip. Let's talk bread. Bread. Thousands and thousands of recipes out there. Perhaps even millions of recipes out there. Okay. All you have to do is just go in with your favorite bread recipe. Make your bread, knead your bread the way you're accustomed to doing it. The only thing I'm doing different today is putting it in a clay pot. So I have here approximately 4 cups of baking flour. I'll use half a pack of this Fermipan packet of yeast here, just half, just average, put your finger to withhold the other half. About 1 tablespoon of sugar, salt to taste. I'll pour in a few tablespoons of flax seeds. And because we're using lots and lots of spices today, we are going to put some, well, I am going to put some cardamom, some ground cardamom in there. Half a teaspoon here. Pour it all out there. No eggs. Just mix everything together. If you want to put raisins in there, cranberries, chia seeds, anything you want to put in your bread, you go ahead and put it. And that's the thing with bread, you could just go inside there and have a lot of fun. Make a well in the center and pour in some warm water. Don't pour in hot water, because if the water is too hot, it could actually kill the yeast, and we will not be able to get that rising action that we're looking forward to. Okay, so add a little at a time at first until you get the consistency you want. Stop in the middle just to add like 2 tablespoons of olive oil and continue kneading. I want to show you guys how I made my chicken meatballs. I did that last night. So while I continue to knead my bread, take a look at what went down last night. Let's get started with our spicy masala chicken meatballs, y'all. I'm so excited, I have here 2 pounds of minced chicken, thawed out room temperature, and into this I'll be adding, these are some bread slices I soaked in milk. This is where Ellis is going to activate all your nose a little bit. You see this? This is my secret curry blend, but you could use any type of curry blend that suits your palate. If you have your own curry blend, you use that. If you want to get something from the store, go right ahead. Okay, some grated ginger and onion. Listen, what do we have here? If you know, you know. And if you know, just hold on a little bit. Let those who probably might not know get a chance to figure it out. We'll give them a few seconds, but look at these things closely. I always like to have things laid out like this so that you could get a great visual, and hopefully, you know, it could be something that could trigger your desire to go in the kitchen and start working on some dishes of your own. Black mustard seeds, yellow mustard seeds, carapilla leaves or curry leaves, and bay leaves. So what I'll do, I'll toast these up in a little frying pan and then put them in the spice blender, turn them into powder. Speaking of powder, we have some more powders going inside here. Yep, some paprika, ginger powder, and cardamom powder. All these guys are going into the chicken to make my spicy masala chicken meatballs. Salt and black pepper, of course. I'll actually just put the pieces of cinnamon sticks inside there first and let them toast up a bit longer than the other ingredients, because the other ingredients don't really need much roasting time. How do you know that your spices are ready? Well, your nose will tell you. You'd start to smell spices all over the kitchen. So we just add everything there and we'll give them like maybe 1 minute on low heat. Low heat because the mustard seeds are very small, so they cook up real fast. And you don't want to just dump them in the pan and leave them there. You want to spread them around. You're gonna hear some popping and you're gonna see some popping like popcorn. That is supposed to happen. Look at that. Wait now, by the time I finish, I wouldn't have any mustard seeds in the pan. It's got trouble. You should smell my kitchen. Oh my goodness. I know I need better lighting in this part of the kitchen. So I just put everything inside the spice grinder. Oh yeah. Look at that. Smell that. I wish y'all could be smelling it. So this is our mixture of mustard seeds, carapilla leaves, cinnamon bark, and bay leaves. Yep. Okay, so let's mix everything together. All the bread and milk go into all of that. Onion and garlic. We're not using all of this. I still want to reserve a portion of this so that I can incorporate it into the sauce, which is very, very important. So I'll probably use 2/3 of it inside the meatball mixture, and that is going to go in the sauce. I think I'll put 2 tablespoons of my curry powder, a good dusting of ginger powder, paprika, some nice smokiness goes inside here, about 1/2 teaspoon of the ground cardamom. Eyeball your salt, add your black pepper, and I'll tell you what to do. When you make a mixture, what you're going to do is you're going to take just maybe 1/2 tablespoon of mixture and you're going to test fry it. When that's test fried, you taste it for salt, and if it needs adjusting, you adjust, and you just mix everything. Okay, use your wooden spoon, crumble up all the bread pieces inside here, and you just keep mixing, and you'll still get a few pieces of bread in between peeping out, and that's okay. For the most part, you want an even color. Okay. Yep. So that's it there. I'm finished with kneading the flour, and I'll just drizzle a little olive oil, toss it around so that the entire piece of dough is lightly coated. Seeing somebody. Hello.
Hello.
You want to help mommy make some meatballs? All right, go wash your hands.
Alright.
You did?
Yeah.
I have my container of garam spicy meatball mix that my darling meatball making child is going to help me. Open it up. Smell it. Let me see if you like it. You like it?
I smell it and it smells nice. It smells like this spicy powder. Kind of like this. That's spicy.
You're smelling spices. Excellent observation, darling. All right. So you're trying to get it into a ball. It helps to put the mixture in the fridge a bit to help it firm up. Excellent. That's your one. All right. We're marking that one. That is for Suri.
Marie.
And we will repeat several times. I have some vegetable oil heating up here on very low heat. You don't want too much of a high heat because in the meatballs we have that milk. Remember, there's a percentage of milk in there and we don't want the meatballs burning. So this is what I'll do. I'll test fry one of the meatballs. Yeah, okay. So the oil isn't quite ready. We'll give it a few more minutes, but we'll still let that fry because we want to taste test it. These are the ingredients that are going into my spicy chicken meatball curry. Yeah. I wash my mangoes and apples because I want to be able to just grab a fruit at any point of the day and just bite into it without the hassle of washing. So I have them all washed, ready and waiting. And we have our bread dough here, which is rising. It is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So what we're going to do very soon is just punch it down and release all of that fermented air that has been building up inside the dough. And we're going to put it in our clay pot. I have the clay pot all washed, ready, dry and waiting. We'll grease it up the same way you'd grease flour and grease and flour a bread pan. It's the same thing I'll be doing to this fella. If it's one thing, I like how my clay pot patiently waits for whatever it is I cook in him. Yeah, this is my taste test. So we'll taste this guy, and from there we'll be able to gauge whether or not we need more salt. It's hot. Woo! Yeah, it's hot, but you can see a little bit of the steam coming out, but fully cooked. That don't need nothing, you know. Salt is on point. The spices, oh my gosh. Not a typical curry. It is a fully spiced meatball. Everything is hitting me. I'm tasting all the spices, every single one, from the cardamom to the bay leaf to the cloves, the garam masala, even the paprika is somewhere in the back of my mouth there, running around from the upper west side to the lower east side and back up and then across diagonal, horizontal, vertical. Is like disco. That is what is happening with those meatballs. Disco situation. So let's fry them up and start the sauce. But I'll tell you something. It's very interesting to know that when you fry them like this, you could make them, shape them any size you want. You want to shape them into a heart and give it to your darling, go right ahead. Make them like burger patty sized also. Fry them up just like that. Put them inside a bread. Drizzle some yogurt and some red onions and listen now, man. All you have me getting carried away. Reel me back in and let's go make our chicken meatball garam. What are we gonna call this? I keep saying spicy chicken meatballs, right? It had to be, I want to put the word garam inside here because we have a lot of garam inside here, lots of spices. Help me, help me. Flip. Take the meatballs, just press them down gently. Put them inside there. These are the ones that Suri made. They're cute, huh? I'll put them on the side. Slide some of them around so that I can get access to the oil and just keep spooning some of the heated oil over the tops. You might be seeing brown. I've seen all kinds of things here. Yellow, brown, orange, red. the first batch is finished. You know I like to carry it as close as possible to the food. These are our spicy chicken meatballs. They're all done frying, and we'll take care of the bread situation before we continue with the sauce. Our dough has doubled in size, which is very encouraging. When this happens, it always makes the next step easier, you know, because now what's happening is that your confidence is going to be built up, and you're going to be saying, yeah man, yeah, it's going good, it's going good. So let's continue. I know what you want to do. I know what you want to do. You want to do it? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, go ahead. Yes. How does it feel?
Great.
Great?
It feels so mushy.
Punch down all the areas, the entire surface. Yeah, just like that. Use a real punching down bread dough child, you know. You know that? All of the sides too.
Whoa.
Careful.
That's pushing down.
Yeah, so we have our clay pot all greased and dusted with flour. I went down from the base all the way up to the sides, and I put just a little butter around the edges there. I'm not going to cover the bread when I put it in though. And I have an extra loaf pan waiting because I'm thinking that this might be a bit too much for this clay pot. How you making out there? You good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You making shapes? We dust our clean surface liberally. Suri's helping me empty the dough. Yes,
ooh,
man.
I got to flip this over because I already have flour.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just dust it some more, and dust the popo hand too. Everything getting dusted, yeah. So what's going to happen with this second kneading is that it's just going to further help the bread to rise and become more pliable.
Okay. Yeah.
Good, good. That look of absolute joy on her face is priceless. And if a piece of flour could do that for my popo, then I'm real happy about that. So we'll go in there with like 2/3, 1/3 situation. Right? A 2/3 will go into the clay pot, and the 1/3 will go in the loaf pan. I think that's the safest thing to do. That is the guy right there. So let's transfer him ever so gently into the clay pot. And down, down, down. Ooh! Right inside there.
Like a soup.
Yeah, try to get him in the middle as much as possible. And this guy just looking so snug and comfy inside here. I'm kind of jealous, you know. I kind of want to be in the clay pot. Nice little popo loaf. We will just cover these, let them continue to proof for like 45 minutes again, which will give us just enough time to chop up our veggies and aromatics and do the curry. And all you know this pot, you must know this pot, Mommy Tal curry pot. So what I have inside here is 2 tablespoons of the oil that was left over from frying the meatballs, because that oil would have been infused. So I'll just let that heat up a bit. And I have my things to go inside here, some aromatics and vegetables. I have to grate up them fellas, but I'll be chunking the okras and the banatos with the herbs first in the curry, in the spices, and then when we add the coconut milk, we'll grate these in to finish cooking so that they will cook in the sauce and release all the flavors. And you know, it's kind of looking like Christmas. And you know, if I kind of tilt and I get the shot of the apples and the mangoes, yay! Papaya, that's a nice shot right there. Let's cook. Go in there with a tablespoon of my curry powder blend, and the remainder of the bay leaf and cinnamon combination that I had reserved. That's what I had put in the meatballs. Keep turning, keep turning. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm sure anyone who's passing will be smelling this. You know what these are? Star anise. We put those in there. So we'll continue to let these things cook down for a good few minutes. I really want the tomatoes and the okra pieces to break down as much as possible, because we want pieces of the vegetables to actually break off so that it will help boost the sauce. It will help texture of the sauce, the thickness, the texture, the taste, everything. And always knock your pot for good luck. I'll just go in there with like a teaspoon of paprika powder. You could add chili powder too, but remember I have ducklings, right? And some turmeric powder. Mix them up, spin them up, turn them up, whatever you want to do. Turn your pot, turn your pot. Add some warm water to this, and we want this pot to start to bubble. This water is actually going to start to draw out a lot of the flavor from the star anise. And remember, there's also cinnamon inside there, so you don't need to put a cinnamon stick, but if you really want the cinnamon flavor to power through, go right ahead. I want all this steam and all this spice vapor to fill the home, so that when the girls walk in, I have to go for them in just a little bit, so when the girls walk in, they're gonna be able to smell it and say, "Ma, I'm hungry." Let me eat. Add your salt and your black pepper to suit. Look at the bread, look at the bread, look at the bread, doubled in size once again. So these fellas are ready to go in the oven. I have my oven all heated up and ready to go. We will put them inside the oven to bake. But before you put your bread to bake, you can just kind of hold your clay pot and give it a little hug. And talk to it and tell it, you know, bake the bread good. Now that we have a rolling bubble taking place, I'm going to put in the grated ginger and garlic. I get a catch for this. The handle of the spoon was hot. Be careful, right? Be careful. And just work the ginger and garlic into the sauce, just like that. Try as best as you can to keep your star anise whole, because they're so pretty. They're so pretty. It's like a little piece of the sky in your pot. You know, all these things, all these little things make the cooking experience interesting and fun. So whenever you're in the kitchen, look at things and let your mind go beyond what's in front of you. Make comparisons, you know, pull metaphors, and make poetry in your kitchen. I just put a little bit of sugar, coconut milk. Oh my goodness, look at this. And you know, this can go well with roti, with rice, provision. I just felt like doing it with bread today. Let's take a taste test. Should I sit or should I stand? This is another situation where you really can't say nothing, even if you wanted to. That taste is what I had in my mind. This is the first time I'm doing this, by the way. Yeah, first time I'm doing the bread in the clay pot, as well as this spicy chicken meatballs. I forget. I started to mix up my words and thing, you know, or mix up my words, which isn't. Anyways, listen. I didn't follow a recipe with the chicken. I just pulled everything out of my mind. This is the taste that I was so desperately looking for. This make me feel to plug back on my blinkers, boy. I had to unplug it to put on the kettle. Anytime you see them blinkers on in my kitchen, it's because there's a celebration going on. Now, my dear people, you just take your meatballs and you just put them inside your sauce and let them finish cook. Every man jack, as they say. Every man jack. And I'll show you something too coming down to the end, right? Making sure to put Suri's meatballs inside there too. She worked hard. She ate out most of the ones that she made, eh? She frequently visited the meatball plate and she kept picking at the ones that she made, and she well deserved them. She worked hard. Don't turn them up too much because they can fall apart, they can break apart. Now I have 3 meatballs remaining. I purposely reserved these. I'll show you why. Because I want to go inside there and kind of crumble it up like that. That's going to add to the sauce, y'all. Where's my star anise? I'm gonna put this fella right on top there because I want him to be the star of the show. There's another one somewhere, you know. We go look for him. I found my stars. This is it. Okay, and guess what? I'm smelling the bread. Usually when you start to smell the bread, it means that your bread is cooked or it's just finishing up. Look at that. Y'all seeing that? Sure y'all seeing that. When you hear that hollowness, that type of hollow sound, when you hear that, it means that the bread is cooked. Yeah, so you can bake your bread in a clay pot. I did have to cut it in half for it to come out of the clay pot, but it's nice and crumbly, ooh, and hot and soft and spongy. Look at that. When you squeeze it, it just pops right back up. Well, if I could pinch off a piece, woo, it's hot. Listen, let me leave that to cool down a little bit. Well, I'll finish cook in the nick of time because it's time to go and pick up the next 2 girls. That was timing. That sun is blazing. I miss you so much. I miss all you so much. How was the zoo, baby?
Good. We also went to the botanical garden.
Yo, how was it?
Good.
What'd you do?
Well, some of my friends were playing cricket.
They played cricket?
Yeah. And they were playing football too.
That's awesome. So you had a real good time.
Yeah, and it was kind of like a little hike. So me and my friends went up, but then but even though Sir told them not to run down the hill, one of them ran on the hill and they got hurt on the head.
Was it bad?
Not so bad, just a little piece.
Aww.
Oh.
I'm so glad that you had a wonderful time. Alright, so let's go. Going down the Eastern Main Road, the sun is hot, the traffic not so stiff, so we're good to go. Oh. Look at this masterpiece.
It's like it's a family of cats.
It's a family of cats?
This one going to work at, this is the brother and this the sister, this the mom, this the dad. And the dad is going to work to his office, and the mom is going to garden some seeds, and the brother and sister are going to play and stay home.
Wow.
So is the mother, but he's going to work.
So do you see the influence you have on these girls? You have made them into artists as well, you know.
Serious?
Yeah.
I like the drawing.
Kiki, do you love me? The girls helped me finish up dinner. Let me show you guys our spicy meatball curry situation. Oh yes. And what's going on here is that we have the clay pot bread. As you could see, it's diminishing. I wonder why. But let me show you something. Let me show you something. Look how nice and spongy our clay pot bread is, y'all. See how close I could get. I want you to kiss the bread. I want you to give. No, not literally. Not literally, but I want you to be able to give the bread a bah, right? Bah.
Bread.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is going to soak up all of that sauce real good. And we have a little butter to go in the mix, as well as a salad. Very, very simple. Just some cucumbers, iceberg lettuce, red onions, and olives. And I got all of these on sale. They were starting to go bad, and what I did, I bought them at the reduced price and just cut away the bad bits and salvaged the rest. Okay, we have the situation here. This, I'll tell all you about that in another video, right? And we have dessert waiting. Let me show you this dessert. Let me show you this dessert. Look at the different colors of dessert. For those of you who know, don't say anything yet, but those of you who don't know, take a few seconds to guess what these are. You know them, you know. If you haven't come across them in the grocery, you might have come across them in a shop, a little shop at the side of the road where you stop to buy a little soft drink or a little bread. If you're going home, you might have forgotten to buy a bread. Or you get a phone call from your wife or your mommy saying bring bread. So you stop in a parlor, and right where they have the bread laid out on the shelves, you might have come across these fellas. We have 3 flavors. Well, I'm hoping this is strawberry, right? But we'll call it pink. We have the pink one. I think this was the original one. And then the lemon came a little while after. And then quite recently, like within the last week, we came across the chocolate parlor cake, y'all. And let me tell you something, you will not believe who makes these. The Kiss Baking Company, y'all. You would not think, eh? You would not have thought it was Kiss Baking Company because of the packaging, okay? Because they have such striking packages for all the other products. But these packages are so simple, transparent on all sides except one. Just one face of the packaging contains all the information that you need. And I love this because I'm always a fan of simplicity. Yeah? So, this is our Shabbat dinner situation. Listen. What we do, we have simple meals all week. And then on Friday evenings, we have a feast. Yep, that's it. Yeah, all who passing through are waiting. Me. All who coming by Ellis. Me. And the ducklings.
Me.
Okay, this is a close-up of my plate. I've got my salad there, my bread there, waiting. Oops, hold on. And I have my red salad too, eh?
I have my favorite.
Yeah, man, this is my situation. Clay pot bread and spicy chicken. Spicy. Man, chicken meatballs filled with spice. I don't even know how to describe it again. I don't even know how to describe them again, but they're spicy, they're chicken, and they're delicious.
Real good.
Real good?
Scrumptious.
Yes.
Do you know that Suri helped me to make the meatballs?
Then she's a real chef cooking girl.
Yeah, she's a real chef cooking girl. Oh. Were you able to detect lots and lots of spices?
Yeah.
Yeah? You think it's something that you'd want to try again?
Yeah.
Definitely. And the best part is we could
Make more.
make more, yes, and eat the leftovers with rice.
Yeah.
I love rice.
I love rice too. Y'all, spice is making me sweat. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to first break off a piece of that clay pot bread right there. I wonder if I could do this left hand, boy. Girls, what do you think? I could do this left hand?
Maybe.
Because I want them to see what I'm doing, you know? And then we'll just break off piece of the chicken meatball there. Sop up some of that sauce. Get some of that spicy pepper flavor. Of course, you could always bite a piece of the habanero pepper. It's habanero. Scotch bonnet. You could always bite off a piece of that scotch bonnet. Pick up some of that. So essentially what you're doing is that you're picking up, can't even talk. I had to pause there. I had to pause a little bit. So we picked up a little bit of everything in one handful, and this is the mouthful right there.
This. And she didn't get the salad because she hates salad.
She doesn't do that.
Wow, there are so many things happening here. Let me see if I can tell you exactly what's happening here. We have the spicy chicken meatballs that are loaded with spices and aromatics inside and outside of the meatball. What do I mean? I mean that the meatball itself is packed with flavor as well as the sauce. There's a difference between the sauce and when you actually bite into the meatball. The bread has a hint of sweetness, and then there's the texture added from the flaxseed. Man, I'm tasting everything. The red onions and the iceberg lettuce. Oh my gosh, palate cleansers. Not only does the salad serve as a palate cleanser, but it really enhances each bite of food. Get some spices, bake some bread with your kids, make some meatballs with your kids. If you want to add a sauce, go ahead and add a sauce. If you want to eat it fried, just so, go right ahead. But just go have fun with your family. I love all you. Shabbat shalom.
Bye.
Bye.
Shabbat shalom.
Bye. Bye. These girls want to tell you guys something important.
Be happy, be safe.
Yeah. Yep. I back them up. Be happy, be safe. I love all you. Okay, so when we light this candle, I want all you to tell me what's in store. Dun, da, da, da.
I smell the smoke.
When we light that candle, it means that we're going to light some starlights and let our lights shine. Wait, everybody digs off and forget, they leave me to tote all the load, boy. Okay, hold on. Let's go.
Out anywhere. Whoa.
You get it open?
Only the last one to see.
You need to see? Come.
Oh, you make sure that the end is not the wire end. Okay, three.
Right. Okay. Ay, ay, ay.
Wow.
Focus. Check my magician. Papa, yo. To live. Yeah, she's so sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sadie gave me one.
Yours did I?
You died?
No, sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I want to see what Sadie and this one doing. What are you doing there?
You just experimented.
Are you trying to light the coals on the barbecue, on the coal pot?
Yeah.
Give the mommy one.
I get 3 starlights for myself.